Oh, algorithm gods, please bless me.
It's a shame you don't have any real skills of your own.
You're the lucky one, Bozo. You've only gotten this far because you haven't fought me yet.
Poor Yamcha. Only thing more pathetic than a loser is a loser who thinks he's born to win.
Among the grand cast of characters the Dragon Ball series has gone through, many of them were originally villains, rivals, or antagonists to our main character, Goku. Some have come and gone, and some have stayed around to help our hero to this day. We have Vegeta going from the prince who wanted immortality to being an ally that accepts Goku as the strongest, well, at least until Super. We have Piccolo trying to avenge his former self, or father. It's pretty weird, try not to think about it. And we had Tien going from a potential assassin to him training with the main cast. And the one antagonist that came before all these guys seems to not get as much love as them. In fact, he gets as much ridicule compared to the love they get. But is it really deserved? Should he really be ridiculed? Does this man who tried to stick with the cast deserve the hate? I can't believe I'm making a video on him, but what's up guys? Blazing Gora's Blora? And let's see if we should put some respect on the wolf bandit, Yamcha. I hate how his name autocorrects to Yamaha. Yamcha first appeared in the first arc of Dragon Ball with a very important role. That being the first true antagonist to fight one-on-one with Goku. Krillin is known for being Goku's first rival, but you can argue to an extent that Yamcha is his first rival. I said you, not me. I still consider Krillin to be his first rival. The first real fight in Dragon Ball has both of the fighters using their weapons, the Noibo or Power Pole and Yamcha's sword. Both use their signature moves, the Kamehameha Wave and the Roga Fufu Ken, aka the Wolf Fang Fist. And every time Yamcha uses this move in the anime and the movies, they make him look like the coldest character that's about to wreck someone's day. Except for the times it doesn't work. The ghastly aura on this guy, oh my gosh. This is one of the first people Goku considers as a worthy, strong opponent that will inspire his road to being the strongest. Of course, Goku beats him so hard that he breaks through the panel, and he loses a tooth, causing him to retreat. But this isn't because he's afraid to fight Goku again. This is because he has a fear of women, and he doesn't want to look bad in front of them. Because of this weakness, he has a lot of hilarious moments of being scared of Bulma throughout the first arc. Yamcha is just entertaining to watch in general too, like the dude knocks out Chi-Chi. You would never see that happen in modern Dragon Ball. And don't worry, he had the right to knock out Kid Chi-Chi because she was acting like a crazy bitch. This was the time where Dragon Ball was a journey to the West parody, all focused on comedy and some martial arts before going into full super-powered battles. Yamcha wanted to use the Dragon Balls to remove his fear of girls in order to marry someone in the future. Ain't that just sweet? Well, if you know the story already, Oolong steals Emperor Pilaf's wish, Goku turns into a Zaru, and Yamcha, along with Poir, saves the day by cutting off Goku's tail. So we gotta give a W for Yamcha's quick thinking for keeping everyone alive, because if he hadn't done that, he wouldn't have gotten Bulma as his new girlfriend. And so the arc ends with Yamcha and Bulma finding their lovers, both get married to each other, have a house, have kids, have grandchildren, and live happily ever after. By the 21st tournament is when Dragon Ball entered more into full martial arts fighting, with its key characters being Goku, Krillin, Roshi, and Yamcha. Yamcha does well enough to get into the quarterfinals and faces off Jackie Chun. It's actually Master Roshi. Yamcha is ready to put up a fight and he dodged a Wolfang Fist! No one could just dodge a Wolfang Fist! Yamcha gets absolutely humiliated through losing to a flawless victory by Master Roshi. Not even just that, but it's just the way he loses. Chi-Chi lost to a wind punch by Goku. Yamcha, on the other hand, lost to a swift arm movement that looks like Roshi smacking someone's ass.
Embarrassing!
To Yamcha's defense, this is Master Roshi we're talking about. The man that tried to fight his students and nearly lost to Goku. Yamcha had only done regular martial arts training unlike Goku and Krillin. Something he'll keep in mind for the next tournament. Surely Yamcha won't be father that will stay as a quarterfinalist for every tournament that he competes in. The Red Ribbon Army arc is mostly a solo Goku adventure, even if Krillin and Bulma get some screen time. Yamcha is nowhere to be seen until the end. The only mention he gets is from Panchi saying he, Oolong, and Poir are at school. Which shocked me when I read it for the first time because when I look at these characters, I don't be thinking about them getting an education. Didn't Yamcha live in the desert his whole life anyways? Like, What grade is he going to start at? We're going to need a new phrase other than super senior for this guy. Okay, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, and Yamcha did go to school before. Either way, Bulma breaks up with him because he attracts too many girls. Not cheating, by the way. Bulma's just hating because he's beautiful. And this makes Yamcha from boyfriend to on and off boyfriend in a matter of 3 arcs. Why on and off? Because we don't see when Yamcha and Bulma get back together. We just have to assume since their character bio said so. Don't you just love relationships? The Red Ribbon Army arc is also when the power gap starts to show between Goku and the others. Goku trains with Korin, making him way stronger than Roshi, Roshi stronger than Krillin, and Krillin stronger than Yamcha. Next arc, Goku does his own training, and the power scale goes from Goku, then Tien, then Roshi, then Krillin, then Yamcha. Goku drinks the Super Life Water, creating a greater gap, trains a Kami, and then trains a King Kai. And the point I'm trying to make is that the other fighters only seem to train with those masters an arc after Goku does. They follow Goku's training regimen only because Goku is able to find all these new people to train him. Lucky bastard. And after all this, Yamcha is still at the bomb, only surpassing Master Roshi and background character. It's unfair but makes sense since he didn't start with the same training as Goku and Krillin at the beginning of Dragon Ball. If he did, I have no doubt that he will be on the same level as Krillin and Tien. Anyways, back to the Red Ribbon Army arc. At the end of the story, there's a tournament in which the gang has to compete in order to know the location of the last Dragon Ball. Yamcha fights the Invisible Man and gets his ass handed to him, only for Krillin to think of a plan that I'm not going to show on YouTube. It involves
boobies.
Yamcha fights the Mummy Man without the help of his friends, and nearly loses his life fighting above a pit of acid. This is Yamcha's first fight where his life is on the line, so I have to give him praise for being so courageous against a guy he almost won against. Ultimately, he forfeits, which is the smart thing to do because I don't see him winning with the risk of someone stronger than him, or falling into acid. Goku beats the guy in one punch, which was the common gag of early Dragon Ball, and this is where Yamcha decides to train under Master Roshi in order to get up to Goku's level and defeat him. Let's see how this goes! The 22nd tournament arrives, and this is where Yamcha gets a new rival, Tien Shinhan. I mostly read the Dragon Ball manga, but watching the anime, these two just don't stop roasting each other. The anime wants you to know that it's on site if they weren't bound by rules. It's hilarious.
Amazing how events can change according to one's perspective. Actually, I did him a favor by not finishing what he started.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm sorry, I forgot my audience. I'll use less syllables. I can't be defeated. You're lucky we don't have a match in the preliminaries.
Whatever.
Chaozu, stop. You know it's not polite to make fun of your inferiors, especially when they're as grossly inadequate as these three. Mind your business, old man.
That old man is Jackie Chun. He won the last tournament.
And you fought at that tournament, no doubt. This just keeps getting better.
What? What was that? I'm sorry, I can't understand you. I don't speak pain.
For someone who doesn't speak pain, you sound very fluent. You pass this waste off as food? The stench alone is enough to make me lose my stomach. After a hard day's fight, I expect a decent meal.
So go cook one.
What? So what? That's it? Your big technique? You should call it Wolf Fang blowing hot air.
Me personally, I'd be okay with taking that level of disrespect because Tien would kick my ass. Despite losing, the fight with Tien and Yamcha is heavily underrated. You probably think that these two were equally matched on the first watch. And the fights where fighters are equal in power are the best in Dragon Ball. Yamcha gets his own theme song playing in the background, the animation is stellar, the cross-ups are unexpected. Mwah. Perfection. And even if Yamcha loses, he goes out with dignity. Tien really didn't have to do Yamcha dirty like that. And you know what's the worst part? Yamcha sits out the entire King Piccolo saga because of his broken leg. The anime filler has him contest Tambourine, which honestly, Yamcha, why the hell would you put up a fight against the guy that killed Krillin? You're lucky that Piccolo called Tambourine back to kill Goku. Yamcha fully heals, trains with Korin, and has one last chance at redemption at the final tournament, the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai. Surely he'll... Okay, to be fair, he was literally fighting God, aka Kami, inside a human's body. Kami was basically teaching Yamcha how to improve his fighting skills, but did he really have to go and bust his lines? After this, Goku defeats Piccolo once again, and the world is at peace for 5 years. We enter the Saiyan arc, and with Bulma's introduction, we learn that she possibly broke up with Yamcha. Because she doesn't give an explanation. None. Of course, you can assume that he cheated, but you know, there's more reasons to break up with someone than just cheating, right? And I'm only following what the manga says, so I don't know what happened between the two. She even gets mad that Yamcha isn't there when Goku dies. I don't know y'all, but I'm siding with Yamcha more than Bulma if she keeps acting petty like this. Something that the anime and Kai do better than the manga is have time spent with the returning characters training to grow some attachment with them. We haven't seen these characters in 5 years and don't know what they've been up to other than just training. I haven't mentioned Yamcha playing baseball because that's all filler stuff that the manga never mentions. There's no baseball, no cheating, just the main cast returning and training for one panel, while the story focuses more on Goku and Gohan's training. That's my biggest gripe with the Saiyan arc in the manga. When the Saiyans arrive, they don't fight straight away, but grow Cybermen. These creatures have the same strength as Raditz, the Saiyan Goku fought a few months before. Yamcha decides to go after Tien to fight his own Cybermen. This moment right here is Yamcha's payoff to 5 years of training, his humiliation from Kami, and training with Kami for a few months. And you know what? Yamcha beats him. He beats a being that's as strong as Raditz. Everyone, let's give an applause to Yamcha. Yeah, you go, Yamcha.
Yeah, double homicide. Bitch. No, I'm sorry.
Alright, here we go talking about one of the most infamous scenes that goes down in Dragon Ball history. And the scene that ruined Yamcha's reputation. To list all the cons, Yamcha should have known that the Cybermen would probably get back up and not let his guard down. Like, come on, man. Number 2, this thing is as strong as Raditz, the guy Goku lost his life in battle with. So you should have taken this battle very seriously. And to list all the defenses, number 1, this is the era in which Dragon Ball characters started to die more, and seeing how the main course was Vegeta and Nappa, it would be normal to think that these creatures wouldn't kill so easily compared to the two Saiyans. Number 2, the Saiyans would pull off deadly moves, but sacrifice themselves? Hell no! It was unexpected that this thing would choose to blow himself up. This fight right here set the tone for the rest of the Saiyan arc. And number 3, and this is the most important one, Yamcha fought the Cybermen so Krillin wouldn't have to. Krillin had died already, so if he lost his life again, he wouldn't come back to life. And seeing how vastly important Krillin is in the Saiyan and Frieza arcs, I'd say Yamcha made a heroic choice in risking his life. So go back to applauding Yamcha! Also find it funny how the manga has Bulma acting nonchalant since she thought Piccolo would survive, but in the anime she's crying at Yamcha's death. It's two different mediums, man. For the Frieza arc, Yamcha is absent, training in the afterlife on King Kai's world. And the craziest part is that he's catching streaks from Bulma while he's dead. Bulma thinks about how much Goku has grown and wonders if she should have dated him instead of Yamcha. And the craziest part is that this isn't even the only time she thinks about this too. I think this is the point where we see Bulma starting to think about getting a new boyfriend. Little does Yamcha know. Yamcha gets arrived at the end of the arc, and right as he's thankful to be alive again, he becomes afraid to die again since Frieza comes back. Thankfully, the day is saved by this purple-haired boy, who kinda looks like Bulma's son. Wait a minute. Yup, Yamcha gets cucked by Vegeta, though I don't think cuck is the right word to use seeing how both Yamcha and Bulma broke up before the Saiyan arc. Trunks says that this is because Yamcha wasn't faithful, which is a petty thing to do once you get revived, just cheating on your girlfriend. But I'm honestly skeptical in believing bipolar Bulma over here. The same one that ogled at what Jackie Chun would look like, Goku adults looks, and broke up with Yamcha for attracting too many girls. I think it's obvious and sad Yamcha wasn't going to be with the girl he thought he'd marry, but honestly, he probably dodged a bullet. Bulma's for the streets. Okay, maybe not for the streets, but for my sheets. I can keep her if you want, Yamcha. Okay, let me stop. Bulma raises up Vegeta and both have a kid named Trunks one day. Goku accidentally says that Bulma has a baby out loud and Yamcha thinks he's telling him and Bulma to get married. Only for Bulma ending up marrying the guy that basically killed Yamcha. Oh, you poor soul. I know you're jealous, distraught, can't think of why Bulma would date a murderer and want to achieve your dream of being married, but you could still defend Earth with the rest of your friends. Everyone, let's applaud Yamcha again. Yeah, you got this, Yamcha. Wow. Yeah, this is probably the moment Yamcha realizes he should just sit on the sidelines. He does a good job sitting on the sidelines, watching over a sick Goku, trying to fight off Cell Juniors, and helping with the Kamehameha beam struggle, but after this, Yamcha doesn't train anymore. He gets a good moment of accepting Vegeta being Bulma's husband, and honors his love for his son. After that, he appears in the Majin Buu saga to do nothing like most characters. He doesn't get married, he doesn't train, he's just there. He doesn't fight in Dragon Ball Super against Frieza's henchmen or in any of the arcs, and he gets mad that they didn't choose him for the Tournament of Power either. The last arc I read is Moro, and I barely remember what happens in that story, so just go easy on me. Yamcha has his own filler episode where he's playing baseball, and it's really entertaining, though he ends up being the butt of most jokes. The most obvious one being,
I think we all know where this is going, so let's just skip to the end.
and that's all Yamcha is now. A joke character that doesn't fight anymore. It's really hard to watch Yamcha's hard fall from grace when he was one of the main characters of the story, but ever since the second arc, he's been taking L after L. And you know what? I respect him for that. As much as I hate Dragon Ball only focusing on a few key members nowadays, I love when characters realize who they're up against and just quit. Because there's no way Yamcha is going to be able to compete with Beast Gohan, is there? Unless if he wishes for it. I also respect Yamcha for trying to train after almost every L he's taken, following Goku's training and risking his life to help the ones he loves. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I respect the Wolfang Master, and you should respect him too. Tell me your thoughts, subscribe to the algorithm gods can see, comment, notification bell, and keep that ore blazing.